Now, what is this, we may ask? Bap. So, I'm sure most people have watched Moriah Elizabeth, but there was a thrift store makeover where she actually had this that she decorated. And I don't remember how long it was after I watched that video the first time, but I actually found this at a thrift store for like $2. I doubt it was on the yellow tag sale because I never find anything on those sales. It just seems to work out that way. But anyway, yeah, so I've kind of held on to this for a couple years or so now because I never really knew what to do with it. I just thought it would be fun to well, that's what Moriah did with this. This is what I'm gonna do with this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, we'll get into this. And of course, first things first, we gotta remove that yellow sticker that probably wasn't on sale. I mean, maybe it's just my luck at Goodwill, but when I go there, the only things that I'm maybe sort of interested are not on the sticker sale. I don't know. Maybe all the good stuff's sold before I get there. But anyway, yep. So, on to gessoing, of course, because, well, I didn't feel like spending 3-4 extra hours putting on extra layers of paint. Quite frankly, this is kind of a pain to paint. And it was mostly the pegs and undersides. Sure, I could have left them plain and wooden, but let's face it, it's me. I would have gotten paint all over that part anyway. Plus, this actually kind of would have looked cool with the wood underneath, I think. But I definitely would not have been able to keep it clean. So, we just skipped right over that, and yeah, there was a few changes that I made off camera, and not just because I wasn't paying attention about being in frame here. But I did take the time to make some changes off camera once I actually got started, because, quite frankly, I knew the concept. Like, it's a heart-shaped. How could I not do Alistair and Aster? It was a given! For me, at least. I don't know. And I was kind of using a different project that I did and haven't uploaded at this point as inspiration, or attempted inspiration. The other project is a lot smaller, so there wasn't exactly a ton to work off of, except for the colors, essentially, and the general theme. But yeah, I think some of the work I did off camera did help, and hey, for once I'm showing that I'm cleaning up the edges. I mean, I always do that anyway. I just never bother to put that on camera because I assume that part's going to be boring for you guys. Like, no one wants to watch cleaning up, right? Right. Also, tracing the heart was honestly harder than you would think, because I kept, not making the lines very even. I would, bring them in, and then I'd have to, go back with the white and fix that, and so it was a bit of a tedious process. And I have two sides, so, I had to do it twice. But we're just going to fill in the color of this first outline on the first side, and this wasn't really a tedious process. I had to go back and fill in some of the thin spots, but yeah, that was about it. And then this part, also a little tedious, but it's dots. It was more just time consuming, I guess. I'm like, oh, a second row of dots. That'll be fun. Yeah, I made some changes here later. It started off looking kind of cool, and maybe I should have just done less. It's me. I'm never going to do less. I'm always going to do more. I'm always going to overcomplicate things. Because I knew the concept, just didn't know the exact design, so I was like, well, I gotta make something up, and I think, trying to make something up while being on camera filming at the same time, because, I only have so much room to record a video on my phone. It was a lot of pressure, okay? I tried. But, also, yeah, no, this part, I should have maybe, it doesn't flow right, I mean, you can see it. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see it. It's right there. It's bad. And I always have to make the mistake of trying to do lines like this without, a pencil baseline to work off of. Then I have to go back and fix it because it looks like garbage. So, of course, I did that. I erased the first line, and then I went and I used my pencil to make this line. Was I still crooked? Yeah. Was I ever going to be perfect with this? No. Maybe I could have, took a ruler, measured, did a cutout, trace that, something. I didn't. And, yeah, yeah. I can't even make an excuse for laziness here. It's my own darn fault. And here I go trying to, salvage and make it better. And in a way, I did like it, but in another way, I didn't. So, yeah, at some point, I kind of took a little break to try and decide what I wanted to do. Here's me spending an exorbitant amount of time on one little dot. Yep. And boop, there's the last dot. So then I just switched and I started on the back side and I posted to my mod friends and Monster Matt's Discord, I don't know if I like this. What do I do? And so I got a couple of suggestions and I tried that and it did help, but even after making various changes, I still don't know how I feel about it in the end. But I wouldn't say I had a stronger idea for what I wanted to do with this side, but I had a stronger theme for what I wanted to do with this side. And yeah. I don't know if I like it better. Part of it does go with the theme that I had in mind, but then part of it feels too plain, like there should have been more with it. And I just feel like I had a lot of missed opportunities here. And I just, yeah. So there we could see the changes that I made on this side. Did I like it better for what I erased, essentially? Kinda, sorta, yeah. I think the fact that it's still crooked does bother me, though. But originally I was going to add these hearts on the front parts, and maybe that still would have looked cool. But I do like what I did with those hearts, essentially, as well. And then, of course, because I decided I was going to add some red string back there, I was never super convinced on those being red anyway. I just knew I wanted to add a little bit of red in. But I do like them a lot better as blue. I think it just fits overall, and the red just stood out way too much, and then it didn't look too great. So, yeah. Now we're adding some of this, what is it called, tulle or tulle? Tulle. I think it's called tulle. The sparkly white meshy stuff. And just tuck it in, glue it there, pop it down. Yeah. I think it adds a little bit of interest to it anyway. Does it mean I like it? I have no idea. Still can't tell you. At this point, I still can't tell you. I do like the hearts that I glued on the side, even if I was a doofus and wasn't paying attention to them being on camera, because I was trying to just manage the hot glue. I managed to burn myself, somewhere between the fingernail and the skin in, that little crevice. I have no idea how I managed, but that was kind of a special pain there. Only I could manage that one. And then here I am just adding just a little more detail in there because I'm like, and I feel like I had a cooler idea in my head for this part, but it just wasn't coming out. I wanted the drippies to go all the way down, but then of course it's me and I messed it up. So then I had to fix it, but yeah, here's the final product. I know it looks a little messy on the inside from these angles, but you know what? I tried. Let me know down below what you guys would have done if you had this project or a Moriah Elizabeth themed project. Her version was fruits, and my version was hearts. Characters, hearts. Character with hearts. And a broken heart. Yeah. That's all we got there. Someday I'll get that story written. Today was not that day, though. Yeah, let me know. Just let me know what you guys would have done differently, and if you like it, or if I should like it, because I still need help deciding. Can't decide. I have a love-hate relationship with it, I guess. I just feel like I missed the mark. And here's just me placing it on my table. There's a little bit of overflow on there I gotta clean up. And I didn't have paper, so now we get to see it with the cup. Which, looks kind of weird. But, yeah. There you go. My Discord link is down below if you want to join. Or until next time, I will see you next week. Peace out!